Tell us that one when he did turn up, when you and Giggs were back at yours.
Oh, so at 19. So at 19, I got in the team and started the season well. I scored the hat-trick at Highbury, scored the winner at Everton, got in the England squad. So I said, he came to me and said, "Oh, we're going to give you a new contract." I went, "Right, okay." I said, "I need to move out of digs. I need my own house." He went, "Oh, are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I've got to get out of the digs." I said, "It's f***ing murder." I said, "It's killing me. The food's terrible." I said, "There's no privacy."
You got an England cap and you're still in digs?
Yeah.
It's actually mad that you've got to ask, innit?
I know.
Yeah. I said, "I'm not signing unless I get to move, get my own house." So he's like, "Right, okay, no problem." So I go and buy this house, a new build, sort of Barrett or Red Row, whatever it was. And Giggs is still living at home. All the young lads are in digs. Giggs' mates are still living at home. I think I was about 19, coming up to 20 maybe. So Giggsy rings me. Lads are on about having a couple of beers. We don't play till Sunday. This is Thursday night. So by the letter of the law, you got 48 hours, haven't you?
But you are training on the Friday?
Train on the Friday. And it is, I think it might have even been Liverpool on the Sunday. So it's not ideal, really. So Giggsy turns up with 3 girls that are not supposed to be there, 3 or 4 of his mates, 6 or 7 of the young lads come down, apprentices, knock on the door, 10 o'clock, 10:30, we're getting ready to go out, and knock at the door, I'm doing my barnet upstairs, and one of the lads runs upstairs and says, "You'll never guess what, the manager's downstairs." I went, no. I said, "It's not." I said, "I know what you mean." I said, "It's a taxi driver that looks like him." I said, I know you think." I said, he gets me every time. I said, "But," I said, just go and jump in the cab. I said, "We need to be there by 10:30, so guys can let us this." No, I'm telling you, it's the manager. So I sort of peer over the stairs, and the manager's got his scarlet face on with the bits of froth in the corner of his mouth and the white knuckles. "Sharp, get your arse down these stairs, get in that living room with that Giggs, get every one of these fuckers out this house, I want a word with you two." So I'm like, "Oh, your stomach sinks to fucking your big toe, done it?" And I'm like, "Oh God."
Tell you what the worst thing would be if they knock on the door and it was the taxi driver who looked like Alex Ferguson. Not tonight, mate. And he just sat me. He stood by the front door, booted everyone up the backside and smacked them around the back of the head and told them where to go. There were lads diving out of windows, under beds, into wardrobes. It was something like a carry-on film. And he sat me and Giggsy down and just give us the bollocking of our lifetime. And I was sat in the armchair there. Giggsy was on the end of the couch there. And he's over to me, in my face like that. The knuckles are behind him. I'm thinking, he's just going to swipe me any time now. He's just going to swipe me. And I'm like that. And as he's like right up against my face and he's spitting and frothing, the fucking steam's coming off his face. Fucking, you can't fucking run, you can't fucking pass it. You're letting your teammates down, you're letting your fucking family down, this. And then he's over to Giggsy. "You're letting your fucking family down, you're letting your fucking mum down, this, that, and the other, blah, blah." And there's double doors through to my dining room where I've got a big sparkly set of drums. I haven't got a dining room table. And as he's bollocking, he's saying, "And then what the fuck are they?" Every drum, fucking drums. I'll give you fucking drums. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're both in my office. I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ."
How did he know? How did he know to turn up?
Well, this is the thing. I had no idea until about 12 months ago, and someone told me it was Giggsy's mum. Giggsy's mum had rang him and said, "I'm not sure what you're up to, Mr. Ferguson, but our Ryan and a load of his mates have just gone round to Sharpies." So he was at a dinner in Southport, apparently, a black tie dinner. And he put his knife and fork down halfway through his dinner, put his knife and fork down and went, "Sorry, gotta go, I've got a problem with one of my players." And drove straight around my house and booted everybody up. Fucking ruined the night for us, to be fair.
You're like that? It's in your face like,
yeah, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it now.
Flying through the air like the seagull. Not happy with the cutting the guy in half. He then gets up, drops a little left uppercut, little right up. Guy's picking up teeth for about 3 days. We're all on the pitch going, "Fucking get in there." There's no way in a million years American bollock us to playing shit after he's just done that. We're scot-free, we're high-fiving at corners, slapping each other's asses, doing a bit of showboating. The game finishes 1-1, which for us is a really poor result. And generally a poor result away from home, Robson would sort of say, "Right lads, lap of honour. We'll give the manager 5 minutes to get a cup of tea and take a breath." Not this time. Robson's like that. "Lads, dressing room now. This is going to be hilarious. Let's get it. So we fall into the dressing room, and Robson gets in there, said, right lads, you know the drill. Put your towels over your clothes, keep them dry, take your boots off, take your pads off, whatever you do not make eye contact with the manager. He's going to go absolute fucking bananas, just keep your head down, listen, fucking enjoy. We're all sat there like school kids nudging each other. Man, it's going to be a fucking killer, okay? Manager comes in, he's absolutely fuming. The door's smashed off the back of its hinges, the jacket's off, shirt sleeves are up, he's got the steam coming out of his ears, froth in the corner of his mouth, fucking scarlet face on. There's benches in the middle of the room, shirts and balls to be signed, plates of sandwiches, pots of tea and coffee. They're fucking flying everywhere. We're getting scolded. Egg press sandwiches down the back of your neck, thinking, fucking cunt, and I'll watch this here. And then he starts, the manager. Fucking Pallister, you can't fucking idiot, you can't tackle Incy. You've not laid a glove on anybody. Where the have you been, Sharpie? My fucking grandmother's quicker than you. What the you do stood out there? Sparky, you can't trap a bag of cement. You've not passed a red shirt or either. Lot of you. Issue this club, travelling fans, performance like that, it's a fucking disgrace. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're running your fucking balls off. I'm not putting up with it. Shocking. And Eric, you can't go around doing things like that, son.
Tell us about the watch story and the watch you bought in pre-season.
Oh, for United, yeah, that's an old story. But yeah, Sharpie. But again, so I've made mistakes like everybody else. But no, I bought when again I first came to United, I'd been at Forest, and I thought, a nice watch. I was in town with Sharpie, great guy, and we saw this Rolex. Again, I didn't have a clue, Rolex watch, God knows. And the guy was trying to sell me this watch, and I was looking, it was like 1,100. But it was another watch for 2,000, but he was saying to me, I'd recommend the one for 1,100. And I was thinking, good guy, because I thought he'd be trying to sell me the more expensive one. So he took the watch when I sent to Sharp. He said, he seems a nice fella, really good guy. He's looking after me. He's not trying to sell me the more expensive one. He went, what's it mean? I said, well, he's selling me that one. I've given him my credit card for, 1,150. And Sharp, he went, no. I was 11,500. I said, you serious? Yeah. The best one is the guy, he went, well, tell the guy you don't want him. I went, nah, sick, cringing.
Ego.
Yeah, ego, pride, Gary, yeah. Famous last words. They came out with a watch, and I went, cheers, thanks. And I remember saying to me, "You're a very rare watch. People could chop your arm off for this. Very rare." We left. There was one in the shop across the road. I remember looking at it, and I said to Sharp, I went, "Hey, keep that to yourself." I went, I'm new to the club. I don't think I'm a fool. And the next day we get on the bus, and all the lads are like, "Hey, what time is it?" I'm like, idiot. I still have it. I still have the watch, and it's got up in value. So I think I was thinking long-term, an investment, yeah. Who's laughing now?
Where did all these celebrations come from? How did they start?
No, they were just made. I mean, I scored the hat-trick at Highbury on the Tuesday, and the pitch was like a carpet. It was nice and wet. I slid on my knees a couple of times, did a forward roll.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then we got to Everton on the Saturday, and I was just messing about with Inti, going, I can't slide on my knees there. The pitch is like a quagmire. And so we'll have to do something else. I think
How confident though, just because they know they're going to score, do the seller.
I think I'd been 10-pin bowling or something, and I got a strike and did a shit, and it was an horrible game. One of them games you can't get into, no rhythm. Everton were kicking 10 barrels out of us, and I ended up scoring right in front of our fans. And I just run up and did this little shuffle, and the fans went bonkers, and it was going mental. And I got on the coach later, I thought, hat-trick on Tuesday, scored the winner at Goodison on Saturday. Having a right week here. Gaffer comes up, absolutely canes me. What was all that carrying after you score? Get your feet on the floor. Do you think you are? Get your little, I was sliding down the seat.
Where did he pepper you? On the coach?
On the coach in front of everyone.
Shut up.
Hard skulls laughing their head off at me. They're laughing at me over there. I'm sliding down the chair. Myself, thinking about the week of my life, and he's just killed me.
Yeah. What did he say? Why are you doing that?
Oh, why are you doing that? Get your feet on the floor. Who do you think you are? You little this, that, and the other.
Wow.
Well, you just won us the game 1-0.
Yeah. You carried on doing them, didn't you?
Yeah. To a point. I sort of did a little one at Villa.
Didn't really go into
didn't really throw the hips or anything. And then got in the showers after an Archie Knoxville. I've just had to pull the gaffer back. He was halfway down the track. He wanted to chin you after the celebration.
Brilliant.
Dwight Yorke, I spent in the year we went to Magaluf with Bradford. Villa were there, and I ended up spending the night with Dwight drinking. He was talking about Fergie and what he's like and what it's like at United, and 6 in the morning, I'm like, Yorkie, I've got to go. I'm done.
See, that is one place I did not think Dwight Yorke Street, Magaluf.
Oh, he loves it, doesn't he? He was with the Villa lads, all the Villa lads. But me and Dwight ended up, I left the Bradford lads, he left the Villa lads, we ended up going somewhere. And at 6 o'clock, he's just pecking my head about United and Fergie. And then at 6 o'clock, I went, Yorkie, I'm done. He's like, yeah, it's been a good night, mate. He said, thanks for all the info. He said, I didn't tell you. He said, but I chatted to Fergie last week. He said, I'm supposed to be meeting Barcelona at 9 o'clock in the morning. He said, well, I think I'm going to give that a miss and I'll just sign for United. I was like, you tell me now at 6 in the morning you're supposed to be meeting Barcelona at 9.
That's more Yorker than I expect.
So he pulls me in on the Wednesday or Thursday before that. I could see you were disappointed the weekend. I went, oh, disappointed is an understatement. He went, well, just to let you know, I'm putting you on the bench on Saturday for the FA Cup final. When you can do what you like. I said, it's done now, you've done me. He went, I'm leaving my captain out for you. When you're not leaving your captain out. I said, your captain's got a snapped hamstring. He said, he can't play. You can't have him on the bench in a cup final. He said, you shouldn't have had him on the bench last week. I said, but do whatever you've got to do. I said, what's done is done now.
Signs, or was it through injuries? When did you know it was sort of coming to an end at United? Like, was it with yourself, or was it through the gaffer, or what was the sort of turning point for you?
I suppose it was gradual, really. I think the sort of the bollockins and the just the amount of hair dryers I was getting, and the fact that he would have a go at me about anything. He would have a go at me about what clothes I wore, what friends I had, what car I drove, what haircut I had. He was constantly on to me, and in the end, I just think I'd just had enough. I think I was in and out of the team. Probably the last season and a half, maybe even 2 seasons in and out of the team. I'd play different positions and then get left out of the team because someone else was coming back from suspension or injury, and no matter how well I'd played, I'd still get left out. I think the final straw was probably the last year, 96, when I played centre midfield on, I think it was the Wednesday at home at Old Trafford, and played well. And then we went to Middlesbrough. I think we needed a draw if the team behind us had won, I think. But if they lost, I think we could lose. I can't remember exactly how the points tally was working out. And then we got to Middlesbrough, and he pulled me to one side and said, listen, I'm going to bring Nicky Butt back because he's just come back from injury or suspension. He said, they've got Janino and Nicky Butt's a little bit more defence-minded. You know, we really need to not lose this game. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was totally fine with that.
Yeah, he's explained to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Listen, you know, I've played centre midfield not that many times, but I'd played well, but I wasn't, it wasn't a major deal. And then we get into the dressing room, and at the time there's only 3 subs, not like a full squad like there is now. So generally one is a goalkeeper, and then 2 outfield players. I think Brian McClare was the other sub. There was a goalkeeper sub, and I was expecting my kit to be there, and Kiddo was sat where I should have been sitting on the subs corner sort of thing, and it was Bruce's kit. And I said, Kiddo, am I not sub? He went, yeah, I think so. He said, you should be, so let me just go and check. So that's what I'm going to put down. And he came over, he went, oh, no, you're not. He said, he's put Brucey sub. Well, Brucey had got a snapped hamstring and couldn't play, but he'd only put him in a kit to pick the trophy up.
Right.
Which I just thought, after playing well and on the bench was just the nail in the coffin of how I'd been feeling. And I think that was, it sort of carried on a bit then, because after that he pulled me in. We had the FA Cup the week after against Liverpool when Eric scored.
Spice Boys.
Was that the Spice Boys one? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Eric's volley.
That's right.
Yeah.
Horrible game.
Yeah.
But
was the double again.
An unbelievable goal, though.
Yeah.
An unbelievable goal. So he pulls me in on the Wednesday or Thursday before that. I could see you were disappointed the weekend. I went, oh, disappointed is an understatement. He went, well, just to let you know, I'm putting you on the bench on Saturday for the FA Cup final. When you can do what you like. I said, it's done now, you've done me. He went, I'm leaving my captain out for you. When you're not leaving your captain out. I said, your captain's got a snapped hamstring. He said, he can't play. You can't have him on the bench in a cup final. He said, you shouldn't have had him on the bench last week. I said, but do whatever you've got to do. I said, what's done is done now. He went, well, I'm leaving my captain. I'll do what you got to do. And I just sort of walked out, and that was a sort of final nail.
Right.